I want to speak about a case of race-based police brutality out there in Los Angeles, California, because Los Angeles, California, from what I'm hearing, has a long track record in policing of doing police brutality to foundational Black American people, doing no good by foundational Black American people. And a lot of their local government is ran by Latinos who have an anti-Black stance on things. They put up a lot of red tape around the Black businesses out there and just bother the brothers and sisters. And you know, the Latino cops are extra brutal when it comes to handling brothers and sisters. So I'm going to show y'all some audio and some video footage of an incident that happened where a no good Latino officer and a Black collaborator just stood there and watched while he punched our brother in the face while he was in handcuffs, couldn't defend himself, so he was clearly, you know, posed no threat, and he still went as far as to punch him in his face. Hold on, family, let me pull it up. Here we go.
The LAPD tonight is investigating one of its own officers after he was caught on camera punching a man in the head. The man was being detained in Watts and was being handcuffed when the officer suddenly threw that punch. KCAL News reporter Lori Perez has the department's response tonight.
There are still a lot of questions about what led up to the punch, but experts we spoke with say it doesn't really matter.
What did I do?
This now viral video appears to show an LAPD
I'm gonna run that back. Did y'all catch that? Hands was behind his back and he just punched him in the face.
There are still a lot of questions about what led up to the punch, but experts we spoke with say it doesn't really matter.
What did I do?
This now viral video
Black
appears
cop
to show
just
an
standing
LAPD
there.
officer punching a man in the face, although
This is insane, family. This was done clearly based off of race, if you ask me, because a lot of them Latinos out there, I ain't say all, but a lot of them Latinos out there in Los Angeles, officers included, they got an anti-Black stance on things. And of course, you know, y'all going to say, well, it was a Black person standing there. It couldn't be race-based, or people just come up with the stupidest things to say. And that Black guy that was standing there, he ain't nothing but a complicit in it as well. He falls into one of three categories: a coon, a tether, or a sellout. Because anytime you just stand there and let this go down with your people, you just as much complicit in it as well. And Black folks, don't be just joining the police force to just let these kind of injustices go down right in front of your eyes and not to stand up for your people. You know, turn your damn badge in, because you complicit in it as well, just standing there while this is going down. If I was a cop, you know, and seen somebody unjustly harming a brother or a sister, that bad stuff goes out the window. I might have punched that officer in the face, you know, for just doing this to the brother. But I for sure as hell wouldn't have let it go down. I would have stopped it, you know. And this is that Black and brown unity, because I bet 9 times out of 10 that this officer is a Latino. You know what I mean? He's a Latino, because that's what I'm getting. He got Latino vibes on him, you know, as a white Latino. And this is that Black and brown unity. It ain't none. But let's continue on.
LAPD officer punching a man in the face, although he seems to already have at least one hand, if not both, in handcuffs.
Both hands behind his back. I bet you if his hands was free, you know, this man wasn't able to defend himself. He was defenseless. But I bet you if them handcuffs was removed and it was equal playing ground, I bet he whooped these officers' ass. And if it wasn't no unjust system in place like we got now, where it looks after and takes care of its own, where this system looks after officers 9 times out of 10, protects these race soldiers and collaborators, I bet this brother would have whooped their ass straight up and down.
Immediately, the crowd reacts in shock, particularly because so many are watching, smartphones rolling.
I got that on record too!
It happened at about 5 Sunday afternoon in the 1700 block of 113th Street in Watts.
Don't make no damn sense.
The man collapsed moments later. This citizen's video showing him taken away by ambulance. By Monday afternoon,
the brother collapsed right after this. I was wondering if he collapsed from what they done to him. You know, if there was more footage out there, some things they you know, them harming the brother more, you know, and they just caught the punch on camera, or, you know, did he collapse from that punch, you know, because certain people just can't be having hands put on them like that. You never know, this guy may have a medical condition. You just punching him in his face, you know, so who knows? Hopefully his brother's all right though. Because that was unjust. I don't care how you try to flip it and spin it. This man was defenseless, and you sit there, no good race soldier, Latino collaborator and punch him in his face.
Citizens video showing him taken away by ambulance. By Monday afternoon, LAPD posted on X, the Los Angeles Police Department is aware of an incident that unfolded from a traffic stop on July 28, 2024 in the southeast area involving use of force. The incident is under investigation and the officer involved has been removed from field duties.
Once again, we see
Okay, he's been removed, but what are y'all doing about it? Y'all pursuing charges? This don't just try to cover and flip and spin this thing and cover this thing up and sweep it under the rug.
another African American man being viciously assaulted by an LAPD officer. This officer does not need a badge.
See, LAPD got a long history of doing this thing, the Foundational Black American Brothers and Sisters Police Brutality.
Oregon. He needs handcuffs and a jail cell.
I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement. He need to be locked up
is calling
ASAP.
for LA's DA George Gascon to immediately file charges. Attorney Lou Shapiro expects
George Gascon, what was his name?
Jail cell for what he did.
Community activist Naji Ali is calling for LA's DA George Gascon to immediately file charges. Attorney Lou
Trying to get that name.
Shapiro expects other legal action will follow.
I don't think anybody.
American man being viciously assaulted by an LAPD officer. This officer does not need a badge or a gun. He needs handcuffs and a jail cell for what he did.
Community activist Naji Ali is calling for LA's DA George Gascon to immediately file charges.
Los Angeles DA George Gascon. You know, he Latino as well. I'm hearing in the local government out there in Los Angeles, them Latinos protect and look after their own while showing their anti-black racism, a lot of them, you know, putting up red tape for business owners, you know, looking after and protecting their own, falling up under them pockets of that white supremacist system. Insane. But let's continue on.
George Gascon to immediately file charges. Attorney Lou Shapiro expects other legal action will follow.
I don't think anybody looking at this video thinks that it was justified force, even if something did precipitate it. At that point in
Hell
time,
no, it wasn't
seems like the
justified.
officers had the suspect restrained.
Retired
This man was
LAPD
defenseless, and y'all
Sergeant
punched him in his
Cheryl
mouth,
agrees and
punched him
says
in
it
his
doesn't
face.
matter what happened in the moments before.
That use of force was unnecessary, it was excessive, and he's probably going to lose his job behind it.
She says she's disappointed, but not surprised.
Well, you know, I don't know these officers.
This is a
history,
sister
but
right
I
here
would
talking.
venture to say that, you know, LAPD knows who the bad actors are. Listen, when I was on the department, we had a list. It was, 36 officers that were cutting up regularly. So they know who the bad actors are. The problem is that when the community comes in and you look like me and that young man and you complain about officers' maltreatment and excessive use of force, you get foo-fooed away. And that officer lives to offend again until it makes national news. And so here we are.
She said when you black, I don't know if y'all heard that, and y'all come in there and complain about police brutality and things like that, you get shooed away. Like, they try to sweep it under the rug. Like, they don't even want to hear what you saying. Yeah, this officer needs charged up, man. Not no damn slap on the wrist how they tend to do.
National news. And so here we are. Thank God this young man didn't lose his life.
I'm in agreement.
There is a police commission meeting Tuesday morning.
Yeah, thank God our brother didn't lose his life. And, this damn officer needs charged up because this was clearly done because he had the anti-black stance on things. One of them white Latinos falling up under white supremacy, can't stand a brother, decide to punch a defenseless brother in the face. This brother couldn't even defend himself, so he posed no threat, so you can't flip the narrative on it. And that damn black officer that's just stood there and watched, he complicit in it as well. He either a damn coon, a tether, or a sellout, if you ask me, one of the three. But this officer needs charged up, not just with no slap on the wrist or not let go on a vacation, paid leave, how they always do. Just my thoughts.